And hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are back with another airport update. And so today I'm bringing you the March 2022 airport update. So it is relatively late compared to other times. Usually, as I said in the previous one, I upload them around the start of the month. But I wasn't actually able to at the start of this month because I was on a trip, on a school trip, the first week of the month, and then I had like an important exam the next week and everything. It's just been a little bit tough currently in school. So I haven't been able to bring you an airport update any earlier. But so today we are here with the March airport update, and so as you can see, it is quite packed. And so I managed to put on the airport every single aircraft that I own, except for my two long-haul British-based aircraft, which are the Virgin Atlantic 787 and BA A350. But yeah, except for that, we have every single model that I own on this airport update. And so kicking off with a bit of news. So it's now been 2 months since the airport opened. We've had a couple of new routes with different airlines such as TUI, EasyJet, Ryanair, Jet2, Norwegian. Like all of the low-cost airlines have opened, have expanded their route network from Bordeaux, Vineyard, but we still have no new aircraft whatsoever, no new airlines operating. But yet the rumors of Air France operating more, like basing more aircraft at the airport, is still ongoing. We still haven't had any confirmations whatsoever, but it is getting more likely. Also, Ep3 Air might be joining the aircraft, might be opening a route to Bordeaux from Taipei, and as well as Etihad, but that again, like always, it's just a rumor, nothing is sure. But the airline mentioned that they will make their final decisions around May time, so we should get a final decision from Air France, Etihad and Ep3 Air in May. But yeah, but until then we won't have anything new, anything really exciting about the airport. So without further ado, we are going to get straight into it. The time frame for this airport update is around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is at a peak rush hour for Bordeaux Vineyard. This is where all of the international flights usually leave. Some of them arrive for the shorter distances, but like the ones going to America and Asia, especially Western Asia, will be going relatively soon. Rush hour right now. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. And so as always, starting with Terminal 1, we do have this SAS A320 Neo. He arrived from Copenhagen about half an hour ago, and he will be heading back out to Copenhagen in about half an hour as well. So pretty basic turnaround here at Bordeaux. And continuing down the line, we do have this British Airways A319 in the regular livery, and this aircraft will be heading out to London Heathrow in about 10 to 15 minutes. As you can see, all of the vehicles have exited the ramp except for the fuel service, because as it is pretty packed, there were no fuel trucks available. So he arrived pretty late, but so he should be going in about 10 to 15 minutes, and still on schedule despite the delay of the fuel lorry. And then right here we do have a pretty cool lineup of 3 aircraft. So to the bottom of your screen, if you're allowed to focus, there we go. We have this Air France A220-300. He is actually on a new route to Strasbourg, which is in eastern France, on the border of Germany. So it's a new route that opened a couple of weeks ago due to high demands. And so he's heading out there right now. Then in the middle of your screen, we do have this TUI Boeing 737-800 in the split scimitars. he is on the Manchester rotation. So as you can see, they are just unloading the last few passengers, and then it will be on its way. And then to the top of your screen, we have this Qatar Boeing 787-9, and so he is on the Doha rotation, and so he is still in the middle of it. Well, not in the middle, but he should be going in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and he arrived about 3 hours ago. So yeah, pretty long turnaround for Qatar. So he should be going relatively soon. And then continuing down the line, we do have this UPS Boeing 757-200F. He is just holding short of the runway. He will be on his way to Leipzig in Germany, and then on his way to Dubai, and then he will be kind of going around the world, going through Asia and then crossing the Pacific. I don't know if it's realistic, but he might make a stop over in Hawaii, all the way to Los Angeles, and then up to Louisville, and then yeah, he's just basically going to go around the world basically, and so he is departing from Bordeaux to start off. And then continuing down the line of aircraft waiting to depart, we have this EasyJet A321neo. This is an absolutely stunning aircraft, and he will be heading out to London Gatwick today. So EasyJet so there are actually rumours yet again of EasyJet operating more aircraft, probably the A320 or A319, not sure yet. But this is actually based off of a new NG release that should happen in April, of new EasyJet aircraft. So I saw on Instagram someone ask about EasyJet A320s and A319s. Well, he said, are there any EasyJet A319s or A320s being released soon? And NG replied with, they should be here in the April release. So I'm looking forward to this. So I'm not sure which one it is, if it's the A320 or the A319. So by the time it's released, it's probably not going to be sold to the aviation megastore in Amsterdam by the time I go there. But yeah, so we do have rumors of, based on the NG releases, that we might get a new aircraft operating here, or a new type of aircraft for EasyJet operating here at Bordeaux Vineyard. But until then, we're kind of stuck with this A321neo. But as I said, he is just about to take off. He is second for departure, and he will be heading out to London Gatwick. And then right behind him, we do have another stunning aircraft. It's the ANA 787-9 in the beautiful R2D2 livery. And so yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, all of the Americans and Eastern Asia flights are departing right about now, and so this ANA is the last Asian aircraft to depart out of Bordeaux today. There will be another flight coming in tomorrow morning. So he will be heading out to Tokyo Haneda, and just absolutely beautiful model. And so right here we do have a cool little Emirates lineup. Before I get into the aircraft, what Emirates usually do here at Bordeaux is that they will send one aircraft type, so like either the A380 or the 777 first, and then depending on which aircraft arrives first, as it takes back off from the airport, another type will land. And I've seen actually this happen quite often in real life. So like maybe usually I don't know if they actually do like the different aircraft type, but they would send an aircraft, and then as this aircraft is taking off or like about to take off or whatever, another Emirates aircraft lands. And so sometimes it's the same type, but usually it's the other aircraft type. And so this is what happened here. So we have in front of you the A380 in the Year of Zaire 2018 livery, just rolling down the runway and departing to Dubai. And then behind you guys over here, or behind this A380 I mean, is the Emirates Boeing 777-300ER in the blue Expo livery, and so he just landed in from Dubai. And so you might see this quite frequently when there's an Emirates moving. That means that there's either another Emirates coming in, or it has already landed, or maybe it's even already at the stand. But that's what will usually happen here at Bordeaux Vineyard. And then right here, just taxiing down to its gates, we have this Icelander in the absolutely beautiful Heckler Aurora livery, Boeing 757-200. This aircraft is absolutely amazing. And he just arrived in from Reykjavik Keflavik Airport. So nothing much to say on that one. And then we're moving on to my favorite section of the airport, which are the remote stands. So in front of you, we have this Ryanair Boeing 737-800. He is on the Dublin rotation today. So he just arrived from Dublin and he will be heading back out to Dublin. As you can see, so I'm using the freight vehicle as a fuel truck because I only have one fuel truck. But yeah, so as you can see, he's getting refueled, and you can't see it, but there is a pushback tug on the other side of the aircraft, and so as soon as the fueling's done, he will be on his way down up to Dublin. And then behind him we have one of my favorite models in my collection, actually, which is the Norwegian Boeing 737 MAX 8 in the Oscar Wilde livery. So the tail is Oscar Wilde, basically. And so he will be heading out to Oslo today. Well, he actually arrived from Oslo, a couple of minutes ago. And so you can't see it, but on the other side of the aircraft, the baggage is here. But there is no staircase yet to pick up the passengers, so they're kind of stranded on the aircraft. He's only been here for like 2 minutes, but yeah, the passengers might get a bit frustrated. As soon as the TUI departs, I'm sure they'll send the stairs down to the Norwegian. And then moving along all the way over there in the background, we've got the Jet 2 Boeing 737-800. He just came down from Birmingham and he will be heading up to Edinburgh. Again, he is departing as well in a couple of minutes, like something along the lines of 20 to 25 minutes. So people are still boarding, catering is still being loaded, but as you can see, the pushback tug is ready because there are no flights leaving for a couple of minutes. Well, they are, but like they already have pushback tugs sent. So he's got his own pushback tug waiting the next 20 minutes before he heads to Edinburgh. And then over here we do have another one of my favorite models, which is the American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. So he is the last American airline to depart from the airport today. And so he will be heading out to Charlotte today. And he arrived earlier today from New York JFK. And so American Airlines, should come back tomorrow from Miami with the 777-200ER again. And then last but very certainly not least, we have this Air Canada Boeing 777-300ER, absolutely beautiful model. And he is actually just about to push back. He's just waiting for this American airline behind him to continue his taxi, and this American airline has to wait for the Emirates 777 to go into the gate. And so he will be on his way to Vancouver today, and he arrived earlier from Toronto. And so that does conclude this airport update for the month of March. And now, before I say goodbye real quick, I just want to mention that I won't be making a airport update for the month of April because my April this year will be very complicated. The first weekend of April I have a concert because I am in a band, and so I have a pretty important concert. And then 2 weeks after that weekend I have my I have basically like some important exams, and then after that week I'm going straight to holiday, and so down to Holland. So there will be a couple of videos in the month of April, other than the airport updates. So like Amsterdam Schiphol plane spotting, also tour of the aviation megastore, and then May will be like you guys' gift. It'll be like a gift from me to you. There'll be probably along the lines of 3 to 4, maybe even 5 videos. So including the so May airport updates with all of the new models that I had I would have got from the aviation megastore, plus my triple ports from Nantes to London Gatwick, then Gatwick to Amsterdam, and then another triple port, and then other triple ports from Amsterdam to Gatwick, and then Gatwick down to Nantes. So yeah, so stay tuned for May. May will be my my big uploading video. I might actually save a couple of videos because I probably won't be uploading any videos in June or July, especially because June I have again important exams, and then July it's just I'm not going to do anything really interesting. So yeah, so I might keep a few videos for June and July. Then hopefully in August, since it's summer, I'll be able to plane spot at another London airports. I'm thinking of Gatwick this time. I know a really good spot where I could plane spot at Gatwick, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be Heathrow again to get some inspiration for my routes, and maybe it'll be City again because I really enjoyed plane spotting at City again. So if you have any London airports that you would like to see me plane spot at, make sure to drop down to make sure to tell me in the comment section, whether it's Heathrow, City, Gatwick, Stansted, or maybe even Luton. Stansted and Luton are quite far. I might not actually go there, but yeah, but if there's anything else you'd like to see, make sure to tell me in the comment section. It's free, and it helps me as well, and it helps me make better videos for you guys. But yeah, but I really hope you enjoyed this airport update, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.